Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Anna Vanila Arts. I'm Anna Vanila, and where I share on my channel everything that I've learned over the years, everything that I know, and I am happily sharing with you all sorts of patterns, all sorts of drawing, anything else that I can do, I'm doing on my channel, so please subscribe. For today we've got a hat in this pale pink color tone, acrylic yarn. I have 70 loops on the needle, number 4. Actually the needle is number 5, yeah, number 5. And this is how the pattern goes. You will see it's very simple, and any beginner would be able to do it. So we do first row 4 front stitches, 2, 3, 4 front stitches, 1 purl stitch, and then what we do, we make a crisscross where we grab the second loop and then we knit the first loop with a front stitch. Then we do purl stitch. Then we do 1, 2, 3, 4 front stitches, 4 front stitches. Then we do a purl stitch, we grab the second loop and we knit it with a front stitch, and then we knit the first stitch with the front stitch. We do a purl stitch and then we knit 1, 2, 3, 4 front stitches, and we continue the same to do this row. Excuse my scratches, this is my little cat, has done that to me. So this is the back of a hat. So this is the second row. We do we knit the way we see the loops. So if we see a purl stitch, we knit the purl stitch. We see a front stitch, we knit the front stitch, and so on. We do until the end of this row what we see. Now we are doing the third row. The third row is exactly the same as the first row, so we just repeat it like the first row. So 4 front stitches, a purl stitch, and we knit the second with a front stitch, then the first with a front stitch, and we create a crisscross knitting. Purl stitch, 4 front stitches, purl stitch, we need the second, we need the second, then the first, then we do a purl stitch and again 4 front stitches, purl stitch, the second we need, then the first, purl stitch and 4 front stitches. It's very simple to do, and you do the whole row like so, like we've done in the first row. You do the same for the third row. We are doing now 4th row. 4th row we do the same as the second row. How we see the loops, it's how we knit them. If you see a purl stitch, you knit the purl stitch. If you see a front stitch, please knit the front stitch. And this is what you do until the end of this row. It's very simple pattern, but very beautiful, effective. It's very beautiful, will be a very beautiful summer hat. And so on. Now we are doing 5th row, so what we need to do is replace where we see 4 front stitches, we do the crisscross, and where we do the crisscross we do 4 front stitches, and so on. So first loop we never knit, and then we do purl stitch, then the second loop we knit, and then we grab the first loop and we knit with a front stitch, then purl stitch, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 4 front stitches, purl stitch, knit the second one, then the first one, purl stitch, and 4 front stitches. And this is how we continue to knit this row, like so. As you can see, we are doing a pattern where is positioned everything a little bit like, it reminds me of a chess game. So we just position it like so, a bit like honeybees drawing or something like that. Then 6th row we do the same way. What we see is what we need, so we do the same row like the back rows we've done by now, the same one. What you see is what you need. Very simple and easy. That's what I wanted to say. It's like a honeycomb positioning that we are doing as a pattern. Now this is the last row, so it's the 7th row. We need purl stitch, we need the second, then the first one, purl stitch, 4 front stitches, purl stitch, second loop we need with a front stitch, the first loop with a front stitch, purl, 1 2 3 4 front stitches, and this is how we finish this row. And as you can see, this pattern has 7 actually 8 rows. After this is the back row and the last back row, which we need on the way the loops are looking at us. So if it's a purl stitch, you need a purl stitch. If it's front stitch, you need front stitch. And then we start off again from the first row. We do the second row, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and so on. This is all you need to know to make this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful summer hat. So good luck to you, and in the next video we'll see how it's done, how it's all finished as a hat. See you. This is the 8th row, and we need how we see the loops. Front stitch, so it's front stitch, purl stitch is a purl stitch, and what you see is what you need. And you repeat from the first row to the 8th, and then again to the first row, and so on. You just repeat the whole pattern all over again. This is it. Hello everyone again. This is the finished garment. As you can see, the pattern looks stunning. It stands out. It will make you stand out from the crowd if you were to wear it, if you make one like this one yourself. And look at this amazing, amazing color. It's so gentle, so good. So much for the summer. And the pattern is just such a soft touch. It's the acrylic yarn is just great. It's fantastic. I love it. I also use the same yarn for knitting doilies, and they do look stunning even as a doily, not just as a hat. As you can see, you get this kind of like chest formation, so we vary it here, the distance of the pattern, and it looks very, very, very nice. It's almost not difficult, I would say. It's almost impossible to make mistakes when you do this pattern, because it's like it's actually so clear, so easy to do it, as you've already seen. And I love it so much. I've made about 23 centimeters high. I've used number 5 needles, it took me a day to make. Obviously it didn't take me the whole day, but a couple of hours a day is enough to make you a hat. And I think it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. I love how it turned out, and the top here looks great, as you can see here. And this is where the back is. I've done a careful stitch here, a mattress stitch, and this is where I've hidden the yarns, the odds and ends at the back. This is how you actually wear it, is for this to be facing the back of your hat. And it's absolutely fantastic. I love this pattern. I hope if you were to make this hat, you would love it, you would adore it the same way as I do, and hopefully it will make you proud for making it yourself, for going out and receiving plenty of compliments for such a wonderful, beautiful hat. It's definitely great. I love it. The pattern is simple to do, so it's not very difficult to even memorize if you were to memorize the pattern and do it by memory. And as you can see, it's fantastic. I love it. I cannot wait to wear it, and see you soon in the next video. Please subscribe, and hopefully you can enjoy my patterns, my tutorials that you will never find anywhere else, because these tutorials are just mine and my creations and my patterns, so you would not be able to find anywhere else. And please subscribe to be able to access these patterns, and I send to you lots of love and peace, and see you soon in the next video with something else, like a hat or headband. We'll see. Stay tuned.